Peace, 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 family. This your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, aka Financial Freedom Fighter, aka Time Clock Smash. And I got to bring that in. Yeah. Peace to the listeners, baby. Peace to all my communities. Peace to the new subscribers, baby. This channel deeper than cryptos and blockchains. And I am your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad. Yeah. Let me turn the music down so I can go into this real science here, man. Let's go. Yeah. Let go, let go, let go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let go, let go. So check this out, family. Today, I want to go over OPULOUS again. This is an OPULOUS decode. Your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad on London time right now. But before I go into this OPULOUS, let me just say a little bit. You know, I created this channel for people who got eyes to see and ears to listen. You know, it's up to you. What I talk about on these cryptos and everything can make you a hero. It can make you a zero, but best believe it probably can make you a 0 too as well. Because anytime you take $1 out your pocket, it's a good chance you might not get it back. So you got to take control of your own money, family. You got to make sure you're an overseer of every single dollar to the penny, family. Be an overseer of your own money. Take control, or the money going to take control of you. You already know how that do, and that's why we enslaved to the dollar. That's why we clocking on these time clocks. So we enslaved to our own businesses, family. So we got to have them eyes to see and ears to listen so we can smash our own time clock, family. We can smash our own biometrics. Let them pay us for our biometrics, you feel me? Let's take control of this cryptocurrency and this blockchain movement. So today, we're going to go over OPULOUS, family. And as you see on my screen here, it says OPULOUS, or opulent, right? Now, what I want to do today is I'm going to show you that I am on London time. Your Red Dad, Blue Dad ain't been getting no sleep lately. I can't. It's too much information, baby. Too much information. Too much. Right? Now, I'm going to decode this just a little bit. And I'm going to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. The rabbit hole goes very deep with this project. And I'm going to explain it. I got to talk about my main man, Lee Parsons. But before I get into it, let's just talk about the real OPULOUS itself right now. Okay? So it says OPULOUS. Right? Or, let me say that right. Opulent. Right? Now, the definition tells me that something with opulence is drenched in wealth and luxury. Not surprisingly, it is a noun, opulence. Comes from the Latin opulente, meaning wealthy, a word that suggests extravagant excess opulence. Describes the lavishness and visibly over-the-top living. The synonyms include the abundance, prosperity, and riches itself, family. Okay? Now that word does just bullets itself from what it is. It's kind of you speaking things into existence. So the guy Lee Parsons, which we're going to learn a little bit more about, you know what I'm saying, is Lee Parsons. I got to learn a little bit more about him. I gotta know a lot more about this brother. So let's just go, you know, I always like to go and let the person speak for itself. So let's just watch a quick little video that he did here, on the, OPULOUS, YouTube channels, which you should subscribe to. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Lee Parsons and I am the CEO of OPULOUS. In 2007, I released the first ever digital top 40 single, and since that time I've been working to make a fairer landscape for independent musicians. We now have over 500,000 subscribers on the Ditto platform, and we've paid out nearly $1 billion in revenue to independent musicians. That's $1 billion away from the major labels and in the pockets of the creators, the people that make the art. I'm a firm believer that if you make something, you should own it, and a big passion of mine has been to build tools for people to make that happen. Back in 2016, when I first learned about blockchain, Bitcoin and crypto, it was a huge eye-opener for me. It was clear, there was no doubt in my mind that we are heading into a future of decentralization. A lot of the societies that we have today that handle our money and our data, they're simply not going to be here in 10 years. and then looking at it from my perspective as someone who was a third party who was distributing music, you have two choices really. Do I try and battle against technology, or do I try and build things that are going to further the cause of blockchain and open a more decentralized system for my audience, which was musicians? And since then, I've been working on various products and tools to help creators, which have now become Opulous.
So that was the Opulous video that he spoke briefly on. Now, let's just go into just a little bit more about him, you know. I actually follow him, you know what I mean? I just start following him because I know this is deeper than cryptos and blockchains right here, what I'm about to do. You know what I mean? So I see the brother. As I'm mistaken, this brother's from like London or somewhere. I could be wrong. But this is his Twitter, so like, guys, follow the money. Your boy Red Dad Blue Dad follows the money, right? And I'm just proud to say that the man is very active in what he's doing, him and his brother. You know, all the information that he drops. And the reason why I'm just showing you a little bit about him, because there's more to this brother than what it looks like. In a good way. Right? So, you know, I just want to put that information out there, so go follow him. So definitely follow the money. Right? So, this is his Twitter page, and I'm proud to say that the brother retweeted the Underdog podcast that we did, me, Black Rule, the Professor, Crypto Pro. So he retweeted our work that we did. So shout out to Lee Parsons for retweeting our work. So I'm rocking with him. I'm gonna show you why I'm rocking with him. This brother got something up his sleeve. Now, one of the questions that we had behind the scenes that we didn't mention on the podcast was like, all of us came up to it, and I was the number one to say, well, how do you take control of every single thing that's going to be copyrighted? Like, how do you copyright it? Like, do you have some inside people that that's going to be like working with Opulous to copyright every song, every beat, or whatever they do? How can you control that? How do you know that it's not copywritten already? How are we going to deal with that? You know, so those are some of the questions that I had. You know, none of us can really answer it. We didn't really know how to answer that. So, with that being said, I researched a little bit more information, but not towards that. You know, I'm gonna tell you how I stumbled across it, but this is just something else that I just want to show you guys. The NFT for copyright, why non-fungible tokens has transferred to get to paid from the music rights and how. So if you go, this is if you want to read more about it, this is on the Business Worldwide, Music Business Worldwide. Okay? So you can go there and read a little bit more about it, but actually, what I'm about to show you, this ain't nothing. This is again just sugarcoating information, that's already out there, right? About Lee Parsons and what he's doing with Opulous. This is just sugarcoat stuff right here, family. You know, just to the eye is what most have seen and what most have know about it. Now, let me show you what your Red Dad Blue Dad did. Now, listen. Now, what I'm about to show, family, I wasn't researching Opulous on my next thing that I'm about to show. I wasn't. Your Red Dad Blue Dad was trying to copyright some of my own stuff, some of my own music and beats and stuff like that, right? So as I went to do it, as I went to copyright my own stuff, right? So I came down, looking at it, and I was just looking like where to go. Then I said, boom! Oh, I said, what? It came up, Music Monetization Act, right? So it says right here, music highlights, and then it goes and wherever these butchered names. I don't want to butcher anything, but the MM Act. It shows you the piece of the copyright legislation dedicated among the current reflection. I'm sorry, I'm looking forward back. Monitor consumer consumption of technology development in its music marketplace. So let's just check this video out real quick, family, and I'm gonna show you how I connect the dots.
You might have heard about the Music Modernization Act of 2018, or MMA for short. But what does this law actually do? And how will it impact the music industry? The MMA
let me turn it down a second.
Copyright law to make
Don't you
music
act up on
licensing
me.
fair
Come on,
for
Judy.
creators and more efficient for music.
Hello, family. Bear with me.
It changes the way interactive streaming services and digital download providers get licenses for musical works and how songwriters are paid when their music is used or sold on those services. It also brings pre-1972 sound recordings, which were previously...
You don't want to act right, family. Try it now.
Not protected by federal copyright law, partially into the federal copyright system, and provides a way for these rights holders to enforce their rights when their works are infringed. Finally, it allows music producers, mixers, and sound engineers to directly receive royalties through the use of a letter of direction sent to Sound Exchange, a non-profit organization that administers royalty payments for certain digital uses of sound recordings. The MMA updates music licensing for the digital age, but perhaps the most important change is the creation.
They don't want us to get the science out. Come on now. Come on, Judy.
A government-designated non-profit that will age in many ways, but perhaps the most important change is the creation of the Mechanical Licensing Collective, or MLC, a government-designated non-profit that will collect and distribute royalties when music is used on interactive streaming or digital download services pursuant to a statutory license. These royalties are different than those paid by performing rights organizations like ASCAP or BMI, and are also different from sound recording royalties paid through Sound Exchange. The MLC collects royalties for the right to reproduce and distribute musical works, not for performance rights. How can you make sure you get paid? Starting in
Come on, Judith.
In 2008 through Sound Exchange, the MLC collects royalties for the right to reproduce and distribute musical works, not for performance rights. How can you make sure you get paid? Starting in 2021, copyright owners' musical works should be correctly identified and matched in the MLC's database to be paid. For more information on identifying and matching your works in the MLC's database, visit the MLC.com. Remember though, registration of your works with the MLC is not a stand-in for your registration with.
Come on, get that science out, baby. Get that science out.
Which makes you eligible to recover statutory damages, attorney's fees, and court costs. You can learn more about the
So basically,
MMA at copyright.gov/.
This is on copyright.gov. That actually video. Actually, I played that on my phone as well, and it did the same thing. So maybe there's something to do with the particular website. So you're probably gonna experience some breaking up too as well. There's something to do that's internal with the breaking up. I actually watched it on my phone as well, and it broke up the same way. So I apologize about the breaking up of that video, but this is on copyright.gov, family. So if you listen to everything that is said, it kind of was speaking on OPULOUS and what they're talking about. So family, I went to thinking when I saw that, I said, man, why does this sound like OPULOUS? And I wasn't even looking up OPULOUS. I was trying to do my own due diligence, baby. But you Red Dad, Blue Dad on London Time right now. So what I did was, what did your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad do? So I did a little research. So, but last but least, I'm going to say this. So I ran across this called The Century. Okay? It's from the University of Colorado, Denver. It says WFT or NFT, right? So I came across this article, and I'm going to read this article for you so we can connect all these dots, man. You can connect all these dots, okay? Now, let's just go to it right here, family. So it says, look into the future of the music industry. Let me make it a little bigger. My cataract's kicking in. All right. So it says, make sure my mic turned up. So it says there's no secret in the world that the music has been digitizing faster, and the industry have kept up with it since the correction of Napster, global music heist, the turn of the century, and the ideal of listening to music in the files of the internet. The music revenue in that artists from online consumption has been like the Wild West. I have heard Gary Gensler say that so many times. Some of the rightful revenue earned isn't paid out and isn't in other cases of misplaced. So the money been not paid out properly and it's been misplaced. So in fact, the onus to many of the entire underground economy of unclaimed royalties called the black box. I heard them talk about the blue box, but now here they're talking about the black box. So it's called the black box revenue, family. It's called the black box revenue. Okay. Now a massive amount of money is frozen into accounts occurring interest that has not been claimed. Okay. Smart. So of course the big problem of most of the artists is unaware of income that has been made to their account. Even more tragic, the money has often ended up in collection agencies and bonus checks for overhead, dividend, company, lunches, etc. So introducing the Music Monetization Act was step into the right direction, offering licenses and collect database to clean up the routing, but the NFT could not have the potential to have the game even further. The faster than the new legislations. What is an NFT? It is a non-fungible token. Okay, for anyone who isn't familiar to the world of blockchain, the cryptocurrency is, yes, it's confusing as it sounds, but it's simple. The blockchain is a digital ledger and unable to be modified. So it's even to be copied, shared in a number of ways in non-fungible tokens to provide a digital certification and ownership thanks to the blockchain technology. Provable ownership means that it is reintroduced to the artistic entity of the internet. In fact, the NFTs by Beetle titled Every Days, the first 5,000 days it sold in an auction for $69.3 million. But the internet is currently remaining shiesty environment of buying the collectibles without copywriting, and it's the last month by Park Fick born of a visual art NFT to create a sense scarcity that inherited the artificials, the token is rare, and the network itself. Paperwork companies is based on London and seeking to clean up the messy side of the industry. Co-founder of Royal, I'm not saying his last name, it's very butcherable. to digitize the news, the focus of replacing the current digital supply chain, but it's made to the flow of rights and data work better. Sounds similar. Anything, right? So now, MLC does not have a current plan to incorporate blockchains to its system, according to the facts page. Now, many industries professionally are clearly thinking of terms secure, unmiserable to the way to the rights to revenue amount directly to the rights artists, companies involved in NFT seems to be inherently to tie the future. Now, Blue Box launched the Ditto music used to the blockchains to pay out royalties claiming to the music business worldwide MBW, such as collectible rates, massively reproducing artists to say MBW, OPULOUS and Blue Box are very intertwined to the vision that we have to the next decade, he said 10 years, in the music industry, in the vision which is the selection of April 28 issues. And then it has where you can go into it, family. So it seems to me that your boy Lee Possum, all the way via of, I think, London, has got in bed with copyright.org. So, do we have somebody that's working inside to control all the copyrights? This brother got the whole copyright industry, man. He has rewritten the whole game. This man have a whole commercial on Music Monetization Act. Music Monetization Act, right here, family. They're talking about OPULOUS. They're talking about OPULOUS, family. This is OPULOUS. he struck it pretty big with this one, all the way in Washington, D.C. So, family, is OPULOUS an opportunity of a lifetime? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This thing is gonna take off, and I ain't creating no FUD, I ain't creating no hype, I ain't creating nothing. No, this is basically my personal opinion and basically my personal research. And I wasn't even looking for this. I did research on OPULOUS. As you can go to the Twitter page, go back to the Twitter page. Again, shout out to Lee Parson. He has retweeted Underdog Crypto. Shout out to Underdog Crypto. For giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform on this particular project. And so shout out to both them brothers. Shout out to all the brothers that spoke on this. Shout out to all the YouTubers who actually spoke on this project. So this project here, this ain't got nothing to do with Bitcoins. It ain't got nothing to do with anything else, family. This is a whole nother entity, a whole nother decentralized thing, a whole nother blockchain of its own. Away from payments, away from the bull runs, away from the barrier runs. This ain't got nothing to do with it. This is a whole nother industry, family, of itself. Music is life. Life is music. Music will always be here. You always will have all type of creators from all colors, creeds, shapes, walks of life that will always create music, family. And this is what your red dad, blue dad know. But you have thieves out here. So you got people that always want to steal. So copyrights is big. You know, royalties is big. Loans is big. You don't no longer have to go to the banks and the banks discriminating you based on how you look. You know what I'm saying? Now that's dead. It's thanks to the decentralized blockchains, thanks to the decentralized things, thanks to what OPULOUS is trying to accomplish. You know, and I'm just saying that in a future advance, and I'm pretty sure everything that's written in stone on the blockchain that is what it is. So I stand behind this 100% because they in bed with the copyright.gov. So how can you be better than that? So there's no middleman. It is the man. They're dealing with the man of copyright. So it looks like OPULOUS has written itself into government of copyright.gov. So you ask me, is this channel deeper than cryptos and blockchain? You got darn right. I am Red Dad, Blue Dad, aka Financial Freedom Fighter, aka Time Clock Smash. Family, we got to smash the time clocks. Lee Parson, you got to help me get some people to invest into this part, this OPULOUS, man, this whole movement, so we can smash some time clocks, baby. You know. So shout out to all the creators of this OPULOUS thing, man. This deeper than cryptos and blockchains, baby. You know. That's it, man. I'm just a drill sergeant here in this wealth war, baby. We fighting a war without guns, man. We fighting a war without guns. And you best believe it, family. We are at war right now financially. So you got opportunities like this. If you got eyes to see and ears to listen and get chance to ride this thing in the bottom and ride it on up, you get a chance to wear 3 hats. You take a pick on what you want to be, baby. Do you want to be the investor? Do you want to be the content creator? Or you want to be the heart of anything, family? Get part of it. Get part of this. Get part of your favorite artists. Get part of your favorite music. Whatever you want to do, family. Get in it. Get in it to win it, baby. And I ain't been it, but I'm trying to win it. And this your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad breakdown on OPULOUS, baby. And you know I got to leave with that energy. I got to turn it up. So let go. Turn it up, Red Dad. Come on. Let go. I'm on London time tonight, baby. Yo, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Share me out, baby. Retweet your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad. Let's take your boy to 1,000 subscribers. Let's knock some time clocks off the wall, baby. Peace.